All aboard and welcome to our podcast, GoddeSShips. Tonight's episode is Valenships. Valentine's Day is approaching. What you doing for it? For those of you who are returning, thank you for your continued support and welcome back. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Goddesses and gods, remember that we are also available wherever you listen to your podcast, and you can also watch us here on YouTube. I am Keely, the Soul Snatching Goddess.
And I am Melinda, the FACKTgoddess, F.A.C.K.T. We want to thank you for joining our podcast. We want you to like, share, and subscribe, and bang on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to be notified when we have new episodes.
Hello, world. I'm FloydGod.
All right. So, time for some shirt cam. Fat Goddess, do you have shirt cam?
I have another one of the hoodies that my student made.
So let me big you up so you can. There you go.
I don't know if you can see it. Stay down. You're gonna make a way.
All right. And then mine is a thick chicks don't turn heads, we break necks.
Oh, literally
and figuratively.
And figuratively.
Taco meat.
Just a Nautica vest, nothing too extravagant.
All right. Well, Valentine's Day is in 7 days. And if you are going to get your loved one something, you need to be ordering now, making and confirming plans to ensure that your day of love goes well and as planned. So this episode, we're going to talk about where the holiday kind of came from, some of the good and bad views about the holiday, and some suggestions about things you can do to celebrate it. So, Valentine's Day, also called Saint Valentine's Day, or the Feast of Saint Valentine, is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. And through later folk tradition has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world. There are many and a number of martyrdom stories associated with various Valentines connected to February 14th, including an account of the imprisonment of Saint Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted under Roman Empire in the 3rd century. According to early tradition, Saint Valentine restored sight to a blind daughter of his jailer. Numerous later additions to the legend have better related it to the theme of love, and an 18th century embellishment of the legend claims he wrote the jailer's daughter a letter and signed it "Your Valentine" as a farewell before his execution. Another edition says that the Saint Valentine performed weddings for Christian soldiers who were forbidden to marry. So across the U.S., and in other places of the world, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of Saint Valentine. By the mid-18th century, it was common for friends and lovers of all social classes to exchange small tokens of affection and handwritten notes. And by the 1900s, printed cards began to replace the written notes due to the improvement in printing technology. Ready-made cards were an easy way for people to express their emotions in a time when direct expression of one's feelings was discouraged. So today, according to the Greeting Card Association, an estimated 145 million Valentine's Day cards are sent each year, making Valentine's Day the second largest, only to Christmas.
Wow. Now that's interesting.
Y'all buying them cards, flowers, and candy, baby. Lele said, hey, y'all.
And pretending like they not buying them cards. Hundreds of millions of y'all buying.
Did y'all see Lele say, hey?
Hey, Lele. I'm sorry.
Okay. Why not celebrate? Valentine's Day can put outstanding pressure on relationships. Thoughts of not getting gifts that are expensive or meaningful enough overpower the true essence of a relationship. This holiday materializes and demeans the real meaning of love. It does not take money or a holiday to show someone you love them. Do y'all agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. It says, why do you need to specifically celebrate on February 14th and not every day? This could be because of the overall hype of the holidays, such as advertisements for jewelry stores and steakhouses and social media memes that allude to love being in the air. This could also be a scheme by the chocolate industry. This industry is a $22.2 billion market, and Valentine's Day makes up 24% of their sales
What? That one day.
in one day.
I'm in the wrong business. As much as I love chocolate, I need to look at some options.
Ah, Valentine's Day can also be very hard on singles. It's a constant reminder that you are alone and unattached and can make you very depressed,
Mm.
especially when movies that surround themes of love play all day. There's a sense in making singles feel bad by broadcasting how in love people are in their relationships. Let's see. Lele said, it's Valentine's Day every day when you are in love for real. All right. In love for real. Another reason, it turns relationships into competitions.
Mm.
Everyone wants it to always look like their life is perfect to those around them. Holidays like this, one turns acts of affection into games of jealousy as couples see their gifts to each other and they may not live up to the other people's,
Mm-hmm.
causes the issue. He got her this and you didn't get me that.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of was that Kevin Hart who was telling the story about them at the dinner table? And yeah, I kiss
I don't
you,
know.
I kiss my partner, then you got to slob your partner down. Then I put some food in my partner's mouth, feeding them, and you doing some extra stuff, and it's a competition between the couples. So yeah, it fuels the demon of capitalism. So maybe this statement is a little harsh, but shouldn't it take? It shouldn't take a grand, a money filled gesture to show someone how much you love them. Valentine's Day has commercialized our expectations of love well past what we should consider normal.
Mm. I
The
can see
bigger
that.
the gesture, the bigger the love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all the good restaurants are full. If you want to go out with some friends or family, you better make those reservations weeks in advance and no last minute plans unless you craving McDonald's.
Because that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah. And you might not get that because their line might be long. They might be taking her out for to make double themselves. Order whatever you want and super size it, boo. So day. Along with candy and flowers, they're all overpriced. Um, People like flowers and getting them, but on Valentine's Day, what was maybe $15 is now $40.
Right.
That candy is
Ooh.
15. That was 5.
That Hershey's pot of gold, it'll cost you a pretty penny.
I'm sure you would know.
I watch it all.
Good Lord. So why do it? If you have ever been or intend to be in a good relationship, Valentine's Day can make sense to you. It's more personal than Halloween, less stressful than Christmas, and it's grounded in relatively little religious stuff unless you're actually celebrating the martyrdom of St. Valentine's. But we're going to assume that you're not. So if you're sharing a day with the person that you love or at least like enough to eat, drink, and sleep with, then Valentine's Day makes sense to you. Its traditions are inherently pretty good. Most of the stuff that you buy for other seasonal holidays are just like decorations. So, like Halloween decorations, stocking fillers, Easter eggs. Um, and it's okay for until that day passes. But if you look at like Valentine's Day in contrast, you have good food, you do fancy chocolates, nice wine, you may have some sex on that day. So what is there not to like? It's a holiday for singles now too. In recent years, the anti-Valentine's movement has become so big that there's now loads of great activities for singles to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they found a way to capitalize on y'all single asses too. We're not gonna leave you out.
Everybody's welcome.
Exactly. um, Love inspires creativity. So even if words aren't your thing, a love letter, poem, handmade card is a perfect way to express how you feel about someone. Or you could come up with something totally out of the box to show your affection that they may like. Did y'all have any comments on those?
Mm-mm.
No?
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just listening.
So now we'll move to the things that you can do that are a little unconventional ideas of things to do on Valentine's Day. Because you're all familiar with the typical dinner and a movie, which can be fun, but here's some out of the box stuff. So you can decorate a Valentine's Day tree. It doesn't have to be pink. You can decorate it. It's just like those regular green artificial trees that you do for Christmas. But you just do like red and white lights. You can do some vintage Valentines or make your own Valentines and make it kind of a tradition that you do and decorate a tree.
Oh.
Enjoy a smash session at a rage room. So it's the perfect activity for relieving some stress. Some of those have bars with a large selection of beer and cocktails. There's a designated area where you wear safety goggles and you get to smash TVs, computers, other electrical goods, some plates, glasses. Just get the stress off.
So is this for couples or singles or both?
It could be, for right now, the top ones are mainly seeming like geared towards couples.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure, I mean, if you want to go and do a rage room by yourself, you can. You mad at love.
I was asking that because that particular one, I could see a single person doing it because they're single.
They want to get some rage off. Mad. You can go to a burlesque show. It's the right amount of fun and sexy, and you might spark a little something for the night. FloydGod, would you go to a burlesque show?
Probably not.
I knew. How did I know that? I just knew that. You can have an indoor picnic in a DIY fort. So indoor fun is great for Valentine's Day, and due to COVID, it's probably very popular, and it's a bit cold out. You build a fort with sheets like you did as a kid, using your couch and some chairs from the counter. Every good fort builder knows that the contrast in heights are key. Then you have a picnic, some homemade chocolate-covered strawberries, some cheese, a charcuterie tray, beer if your man like it, or if you like it, wine if you like it, or y'all could do a signature cocktail for the night.
In a fort.
In a fort.
Never built a fort before.
You've never built a fort even as a kid?
Mm-mm.
Girl, what?
Mm-mm.
Man, we used to have the best forts, and we used to be extra. We used to take the fan and put it at the end so it blow it up real big. Chilling in the fort. Maybe you should do it as an adult.
I'm short enough.
So you get the experience.
I'm short enough.
You can go to a board game cafe. They usually have tons of board games like Monopoly, Scrabble. Some of the cafes have coffees and teas, some have bars. And it's not a stereotypical Valentine's Day dinner and a movie night.
A board game cafe. I'm gonna have to research that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a board game person.
Yep. They have some here in Atlanta.
Hmm.
Pretend to be a NASCAR driver. Go somewhere like K1 or Andretti's and race indoor go-karts, or do a real NASCAR experience at somewhere like the Richard Petty driving experience. It's at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I would be down for that. Let me speak. Whip it.
That sounds fun.
Yes. Lele said, let's have a slumber party and build us a fort. Now, them would be some social media pictures, baby. Y'all done built y'all big ass fort in the middle of the living room. It's grown ass.
Listen, it would definitely be a first.
Yes, the fort party. Host a cocktail party for your coupled friends. Throw a little cocktail party for about 10 friends. Make strawberry mojitos and sangria. Put out some finger food, some red velvet cupcakes, and some handmade Valentine cards for everyone.
Oh, that's not a bad idea for couples.
Mm-hmm. Go on a group dinner date, and it'll keep going back. It'll keep you from kind of being out in the scene with COVID,
Mm-hmm.
because it don't have to be 10 people, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just 5 couples. You know what I'm saying? So, um, go on a group dinner date. It's much easier to be seated on Valentine's Day for a party more than 2. Nice restaurants anticipate tons of couples showing up and wanting 2 tops, but they often save a few bigger tables just in case a larger party arrives.
Hmm.
So just go have dinner with friends. Go to a couple's paint and sip event. So a lot of local paint and sips, they do buy one get one free for that night. And if they're doing a Valentine's Day couple special, instead of everyone painting their own pictures, they'll do the canvases where you paint yours, they paint theirs, and when you put it together, it makes one picture.
Mm. That's neat.
Mm-hmm. Um, bring a picnic on a hike. So this one is most definitely not for me, because y'all
And
know I
me
don't do the
either.
outdoors.
I
But
know hike. That means bears and wolves and tigers.
if you're outdoorsy and like to avoid the crowd of the restaurant thing on Valentine's Day, in favor of and doing something adventurous, pack a picnic lunch, some cheese, crackers, sandwiches. You can pick that up from the deli if you don't want to make them. Get you some sparkling wine and hike to somewhere with beautiful views. You can talk to each other and catch up on the hike up, and you'll be hungry by the time you get to the top.
And what you do on the hike down?
Try not to fall. That's why you get some sparkling wine.
Uh,
That is hilarious.
Take a dance class, salsa, tango.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Do
Shake
those like romantic erotic dances.
shake your shimmy. Go roller skating. One of the best Valentine's activities is roller skating. It's fun. And if you're single, you can do that as well. Or
Mm.
if you go as a couple, you can get dressed up and y'all go and get your skate on. Now this one, some people may not agree with, but give your partner some alone time. Sometimes your partner needs alone time more than anything,
Mm.
especially if you have kids. So when they get home, you surprise them with an ideal setup, a already prepared dinner, snacks by the bed, a good movie, a fancy candle burning, and some
Hmm.
quiet time just for them.
Good idea.
Have a Valentine's Day theme horror movie night. This is my
Oh, hell no.
If you are a big horror fan, you can choose to watch romantic Valentine's theme horror movies on
Are you
Valentine's.
kidding me?
Yes.
What's romantic about horror?
If you watch My Bloody Valentine, 2001's Valentine thing with the Dracula, the Love Witch. There's a lot of movies in the genre.
Look at you
And
smiling. You like that craziness.
yes, because it's a horror movie. I love horror movies. And then you can go all out and do a theme spread. You can have a mini heart-shaped cake. You can have heart-shaped charcuterie. I always mess that word up every single time. But you can do that if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can host a love letter writing party. So, one person who did it, they called it a love letter to friendship, and this was for singles. They supplied the crafting supplies, paper markers, stickers, glitter, envelope stamps for their guests who didn't bring their own. And then you have themed food and drinks on hand for the first hour. You talk as a group about the importance of friendship in your lives. For the second hour, you spend time writing letters to some of your closest friends and letting them know how much you love and appreciate them, and then address and stamp them and mail them later. Finally, you can also do a love letter to yourself. And then in a year, read that love letter back and see if anything changed.
Hmm. Interesting.
Very. I thought it was cute if
Yeah.
you got a bunch of single people that
Mm-hmm.
just want to show some love too. Be your own perfect date. Make yourself dinner. Eat by candlelight. Draw a bath. Hop in it. Basically, whatever you wish that someone else would do for you, do it for
Do for
yourself.
yourself. She said, make a bath, hop in it.
Fit in some self-care, like treating yourself to a mani-pedi or getting your hair done or a haircut and a shave. You can give yourself a gift. You don't have to wait for someone to buy a nice gift for you. Gift it to yourself and act surprised. For me, I shouldn't have.
To yourself. Oh,
I'm just saying. A lot of people don't got nobody to
we
give them their
shouldn't
gift.
have. Record that and put that on social media, please.
Take a solo trip. You can take yourself to a cool hotel, go out of town or in town, wear a bathrobe, order you some room service, watch some TV, and enjoy a big comfy bed all to yourself like you ain't already been doing that at home. But it's a different bed, so it might feel a little different. So those are all the ideas that I have. Did y'all have any creative ones that you've thought about, heard about, seen?
I was with the solo trip and I was with the gift to yourself till you said, who, me? I shouldn't have. That is too funny.
You gotta act surprised. If somebody gave you a gift that you wasn't expecting, what you gonna be like? Oh my
I
God,
mean,
you got me a gift.
you are not surprised if you give yourself a gift, though.
Well, sometimes you can be with the delivery process and how long stuff takes to get to you sometimes now. Because you could have been to order something and it takes so long to get to you, you forgot you ordered. And it comes, you be like, what is this? Then you open it and you like, oh, this is my stuff.
Okay.
Surprise yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all that I have.
So, I just want to talk about the people that love chocolate and Valentine's Day. That is definitely our favorite holiday. And we really like the day after because that's when the sales start.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the good chocolate you usually have to get when it's just 50% off because that real good stuff, like that Hershey's pot of gold, it's not going to make it to when they drop it to 75% off. So, the 14th through the 16th is pretty ideal for us. By the
Mm.
16th, it's
It's
scrap
that it's
stuff.
that
That
other
old,
little chocolate.
that
Yeah.
off brand, people be going to the dollar store and stuff like that.
You don't want that right there.
Nah, Hershey's,
Mm-hmm.
Hershey's, Nestle,
Mm-hmm.
they're
The big names.
Palmer.
What about Russell Stouffer's? Are they good?
I mean, they alright.
Because you only usually see them during Valentine's Day. And
Well,
occasionally some
Russell
small
Stover's is like a Walgreens CVS chocolate. You can always find it there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Valentine's Day, one of the best holidays ever for chocolate connoisseurs. I just needed to add that for the
So,
chocolate lovers.
so FloydGod, when you're dating, do you usually celebrate Valentine's Day?
It really depends on the individual. Me personally, I don't really celebrate it because the things that people do on Valentine's Day, you should do all year round. But if the person that I may be dating at the time is someone who's into it, I may show a slight gesture or something like that. But for the most part, the things I do on a yearly basis or a year-round consistent basis kind of take care of that. But I've done the picnics in the park before, but it wasn't Valentine's Day. Um, and I can't do the horror night because I don't believe romance and horror go hand in hand. So I'm not into romantic
That
horror
psycho
comedy or
does.
nothing like that. Nah, I can't do it. But taking your significant other out into a natural environment and having a picnic always goes well. You just have to make sure you have like off and stuff like that because most ladies don't like bugs. Um, the fort thing, I've actually built a fort as an adult. So, that's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Refrigerator boxes and a quilt, a couple of sticks. It works every time. So like a
Some
world away from
stick?
a world. Take some sticks. You can use like broomsticks, or you can go to Lowe's.
Oh, that'll give you the height. Okay.
You can go to
Okay.
Lowe's and buy the little flat sticks, like the cylinders. You can buy them and you stick them in the corners to hold everything up. If you're a person that celebrates Christmas, and they have the old Christmas stands that you screw the actual tree screw the things into the tree. You
Mm-hmm.
can
Uh-huh.
you can get smaller versions, or if you have some that screw in a little deeper and you have a surplus of them, you can use those to hold the sticks up. And then you put those hold the boxes up, and then you put the
Okay.
top on there. You can do that. Put flowers inside of it, rose petals, some pillows around there. You have your makeshift pallet. Make sure you got insulation or something underneath there. And
Oh,
you're doing that right in the front room.
Yeah.
It's like a world away from a world. You create a world, use your imagination. So I've done that in my adult life just to be creative. And then of course, like I said, outside stuff, going outside, things like that, because I like nature. So always make sure the woman is protected with like the spray stuff and all of that. You have a picnic in a park or some natural landscape. So I've done that. But for the most part, Valentine's Day, I don't believe in Valentine's Day, but if someone that I'm dating is into it, then I may do a small gesture or something like that. So yeah, other than that, that's it. I'm consistent. So, don't pick one day, just do it all the time.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
So, what is the most memorable thing that when you did celebrate, and this is for everybody, Valentine's Day, or if you do, that you've done that you just that it stood out, or that somebody did for you? Anybody? Anybody?
I'll just let the ladies go first.
I usually am single on Valentine's Day, unfortunately. But I remember one year when I was at Howard, one of my male friends got me a plant on Valentine's Day.
What kind? Do you remember what kind of plant it was?
No,
Are
I don't
you a
know.
plant person?
No. And I can't remember what he said when he gave it to me because he knew I wasn't a plant person. But it was like symbolic of something growing. Not we
Oh,
were just friends, literally. So it wasn't like a romantic thing. Even it was like
okay.
a friendship, something about the growth and maturity of our friendship or something. It was symbolic of that.
Okay. Well, that was cute still,
Um,
even though you ain't a plant person, but it was cute. The gesture.
no, that's not true. I was in a relationship for a couple Valentine's days. Now that I think about it, and I got a teddy bear and a big gargantuous Hershey bar with almonds.
Mm.
That was loved more than the teddy bear.
Well, at least they knew what to get you on top of that bell.
And it was a nice card with it. Yeah, I did. I think that happened a few times.
Mm.
Just when I was with Freddie.
That was good. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So when I was married, what our and even when I was in a relationship with the other one that shall not be named, my baby daddy, um, we would alternate years for who planned Valentine's Day.
Mm.
So it would be, if it's your year, you plan everything from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going with the flow of whatever you planned.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a good planner. Some people had to learn to plan. Um, my husband was a great planner. He would figure out stuff. Um, and I think, let's see, the most memorable one was, I think, like he started 2 days before Valentine's Day with like little gifts. So
Mm-hmm.
like I went out to my car and that's when I was talking about the balloon and the flower and the little candies in the mug were in my car when I went to my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the day after that, it was like um when I got home, there was a teddy bear that was on the bed and he was laid with his arm up like he was posing on the
Hmm.
um and then we did Valentine's Day and it was just kind of like dinner and movie and stuff like that. So it was really cute. It was thought out because I was like, oh, you started ahead of time. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is what it is. It was nice. Now I have had a Valentine Day horror story though. Ooh. Mm.
I think the times that it was celebrated, I was in a relationship for Valentine's Day. We went to, this is before everybody and their mama was going to Fogo the Child back in Chicago. So we had lunch at Fogo the Child, and then we spent the day downtown. And then that evening, we went to Shaw's. People from Chicago might be familiar with Shaw's downtown. And then we spent 2 days in the Allerton Hotel. It's like kind of highfalutin. And this is back when I used to smoke weed and stuff. So we smoked it out and just enjoyed ourselves like that. And then that's one. And then one where I actually did something to actually, for the holiday, I recall cooking a very large meal, um, giving the person that I was with at the time a bath. So I bathed them, gave them a rub down with the oil and things like that. And then, things happen from there. So I just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, those are two times that stand out where someone did something for me and then I did something for someone else on those particular days where we actually actively did something. So yeah.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Mhm.
I don't know. Y'all want to talk about anything else? That's all I have.
Um, it would be curious to know. I mean, I would be. I'm curious. It's curious. I don't even know how I'm phrasing this. It would be curious to know. I'm curious to know. That doesn't sound right. I would like to know, like, when you mentioned people being single, how it can affect people that are single. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if there is like a particular, um, like, if there's statistics on if people slip into depression, or if people, like, for instance, around Christmas and Thanksgiving, they talk about how people get depressed, and some people even to the point of suicide because they can't meet the expectations of what people want for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wondered if it's that same type of negative effect, unfortunately, for people that don't have a loved one on Valentine's Day, or somebody that they can't connect with, if they don't have enough, I guess, self love to celebrate themselves, like you said. You shouldn't have. That is so
Mm.
funny.
I would assume, given every other holiday and society's grip on people, that more than likely they probably do. It probably is a large statistic out there for that, because even with people who have self-love, they're every most human beings have a desire to have someone in
Hmm.
their life in some capacity. So I would assume, again, I would assume that there's
Hmm.
probably a large statistic of people who probably fall into depressions during that time, just like any other holiday, which is one of the main reasons why I don't follow a lot of holidays or celebrate a lot of holidays, because you're being pigeonholed into feeling some type of way.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of people who may not have the capital or the resources to celebrate those things, which will cause those depressions. So if we re-educate people to just celebrate themselves, celebrate these things on a daily basis, and find ways to enjoy things without having money and just having resources, because resources don't have to necessarily be something that's monetary,
Right.
then I think people will be in a better place. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't really get caught up in the holidays. But I'm sure there's a statistic out there where
Hmm.
people are falling into deep depressions or some type of less than ideal behavior or feelings because of these holidays, if you're constantly bombarded by it. But self-love does play a part, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who have self-love who still long to have someone. And those
Hmm.
holidays, you're constantly seeing that may do something to them psychologically. So I'm sure it's a statistic out there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know for me, especially like right after their pass, I would not I wasn't watching no love nothing. Like any movies that had to do with a love theme, I was like, bloop, turn it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch it. And it just I had completely turned like mm-mm. And then I became hypersensitive to when, even if it was a story of something else that was not a love story, if there was a love interest that grew from it in the midst of everything, it could have been a fight movie, a adventure movie, a drama, anything. I'd be like, this stuff still got to do with love. Ugh, why everything got to have something about love in it? Y'all supposed to be killing each other in here. Why y'all kissing?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
it was a real extra. But you know, that was a part of grieving as well, though. So
Hmm.
I had to get through that.
That's a
It
good
was
point.
it was real different. All right. Well, anything else? Nothing else? Do you got one for us tonight?
My only I love you, buddy, is people that do celebrate it. If you celebrate it, it's Valentine's with an N, not with an M. A lot of people say Happy Valentine's Day. It's not Valentine's. No, it's Time, Tine. So that's just short and quick and to the point. I love you, but for the love of God, say Happy Valentine's and not times. You're not multiplying anything.
You multiplying your love.
Ooh, that burns my bottom. At Valentine's, what? Do you just totally disregard the end? And just put an M there.
Yes.
We got to do better.
That's just like them SKs for them STs. Scrape, scrape, Strawberry,
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
and Valentine.
mm. And you probably say library.
Library. It's bird. It ain't even berry. It's bird. Library.
I
And
definitely say library for Chicago.
I
LA,
was just getting ready to say now that's a matter of region. I try not to break it down like that.
You say car, I say car.
Mm.
Yeah,
get out the
library.
car. All right. Well, she still needs your suggestions to be sent to Fat Goddess at FACKTgoddess@gmail.com. That is FACKT Goddess at gmail.com. It will also be in the description below. Are all hearts and minds clear? Make sure you
Clear.
make them reservations so y'all don't be outside for 4 hours because you didn't make one if you plan on going to get something to eat. Or Uber Eats can come, but you still need to order that early as hell too because everybody ain't delivering for you in no timely manner. If
Mm.
you gonna get some of them chocolate covered strawberries, go and pick your order up early. Put it in the refrigerator and have it ready when he or she gets there. Because otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble if you're trying to get it out of Publix or Kroger or anywhere else. And if you do decide to get some flowers, if you're not ordering them from a florist and you're gonna get them out of Kroger or Publix, you better go early. Otherwise, you're gonna get them wilted ones that somebody done picked over. They got the broken stems and the little stuff
Uh-uh.
to the
You did
side.
not shake your head like a
All the
broken
all
steel.
the petals ain't on, and it's just gonna look real messed up. And now they also have in those stores for the males, they have little gift packs. So they'll have some beer wrapped with some chips and some other little stuff that's made now.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
you haven't seen those? Yeah, they've catered to men getting the little gift sets as well.
That's a good
What
thing.
day is Valentine's Day? Is it a weekday or a weekend day?
It's a
It's
week
always on the 14th.
this year, so it's
What
on
day is the 14th?
Oh, you
Monday,
On
meant
Monday.
okay.
Monday
It's
of
a
this year.
Monday.
Yep.
Okay, well, I just thought of something. So maybe here's a suggestion for people who may still be, concerned about going out with COVID, or you may not have financial resources or things like that. Since it's on a Monday, make a weekend out of it. Maybe you and your significant other, or somebody that you in a situationship, or whatever the case may be, whatever your situation is, y'all decide to write a letter. And in the letter, y'all write things that you would like to do, or like to receive, or like to have. It can be something that's just general. It could be something that's considered taboo, or you do in the bedroom. And then you do that on a Thursday. Then on Friday, you exchange the envelopes. Each person has one day to get those things set up to the best of their ability. And then you do those things to each other on Sunday, because more than likely Monday you'll be at work. So you can celebrate on Sunday. So you can go through that list. And, if you like painting, you can go to the dollar store. They have canvases at different Dollar Generals. You
Mm-hmm.
can buy paints and things like that. You can also go to the sex shops and buy feathers, things like that. Um, there are things you can do. So have a person write a list out, and y'all exchange the list on the Friday, which gives you one day to get everything together. And then on Sunday, y'all explore and enjoy. That's a suggestion if you're not wanting to go out, or you're worried about COVID, or, you're not trying to spend a lot of money or stuff like that. So it's a way to do everything. Just a suggestion I just thought of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That
maybe
was a
y'all could
good one.
try it. Yeah.
And a good way for you to know what your person likes if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All
that's what the
right.
exploring come in there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things lead to things.
Yeah.
Exploration is always the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Anybody else?
Mhm.
No.
I, I
All
think
right.
just I think just also what Floyd said in the beginning, use the resources that you have if you can't do anything else. Just be
Mhm.
creative with the resources that you have. If
Mhm.
you don't have a dime to spend, you still have resources in your home or maybe at your job that you can use to, you know, do
Yeah,
what you
Mm-hmm.
do
if
on that day.
you ain't got no money, you can write a poem. You got lotion, rub them down, rub her down. You
Right,
got
right.
water, give each other a bath. You can
Yeah.
do all type of stuff. As long as you got limbs, you can make something happen.
So that was a very good suggestion.
Yes. Don't go broke on the day. It's a day. And you'll be back at work on Monday anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes our show for the evening. Thank you all for joining us as we do our best to give you the content you deserve. Feel free to keep the conversation going below in the comments, and we do look forward to reading them and we respond. Again, thanks for watching. If you have not, make sure to thumbs up this video, share, tell a friend and tell a friend, subscribe, click or bang that notification bell. And remember that we are available wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can always watch our beautiful and handsome faces here on YouTube. See you next week. Oh, wait. Is when did you say was the holiday?
21st.
Okay. So see you next week on GoddeSShips at 9 p.m. here on YouTube, because every ship matters.
All ships aren't the same.
And life is lived on ships.
Good night.